Do you guys Ray Charles it when you try to check for lag? That's what I do.
What does Ray Charlesing it mean?
You just move like this.
That's not what I thought Ray Charlesing it was.
What did you think it was?
He's grabbing a fat bitch by her wrist.
Oh,
Kerry Washington? Ing?
well, that's just. I mean,
Ben Affleck?
look, I couldn't tell you if he was ass on or ass off. But
What if I
that's
recorded the
Washington
podcast
was.
like this?
Justice is blind, but it can be heard. Such an ass-on goddamn statement.
Is that a tagline or is that from the movie?
That's from the movie. That's
It's from the movie. He's in court when he fucking says that.
Coolio said it.
Well, no.
Julio.
What are Coolio's lines in that movie? We don't know.
His lines? I don't remember his line.
He's not in the movie.
Are you
only thing that I
you're the only one
remember-
who saw him? You're right.
Yes. The only thing that
How
I
do we know that
remember
this
off the
happened?
top of my head is that he goes into like a meeting room or like an interview room, you know, that you would have in a police station or in a court. And he sits across the table from Coolio, Dante Jackson, the criminal, and reviews his case. That's all I remember.
Racist. Dante Jackson. That's a racist.
Daredevil. Dante Jack. Yeah, somehow the Jackson part is more racist than the Dante part.
Yeah, but like Dante. I don't even know.
DiVincenzo?
Dante Whiskey or something like that. Yeah, Dante DiVincenzo.
So can I tell you guys something that I am incorporating into my CT5s from now on?
What's that?
So I'm going to try to challenge myself to pick one thing for the list, whatever it is, from each 50 episode period. So basically a year.
Oh.
So I'm doing the first 50, the second 50. You know, we're into the 220s now. So that's the fifth.
I hate that.
I mean,
Great.
he's doing it like this is the
so
thing I don't get about you guys. Like,
No,
when someone comes up with something that they want to do,
I'm doing something. Did I say you had to do it? Did I say you even had to like it?
Just pick the list. Just pick the list. Like that's all it's got to be. Just pick the
he's
list.
telling
You're
you
like,
how he
"Here,
wants
I'm
to
gonna-
pick the list.
I'm gonna do this system. You don't have good systems. This is a bad system. You have one well
What's
you're
your
working
system,
from
Zach?
here. My system?
Analog notes and chimpanzees.
What's wrong with that?
AI.
Do you
is bad.
ask your Meta AI what should go in your CT5?
I'll ask you right now. What's that?
Chimpanzee making a top 5 list in a notebook.
Chimpanzee
In a
making
composition notebook.
Well, hold on. Let's see what. Let's not throw 1,000 adjectives and nouns at it first. All right. Sometimes I wrote, chimpanzee bartenders that can't do it. So we got to.
It claims to like specificity.
It doesn't though because it hit.
It claims. It's always
man.
telling us that it wants
They
you
just-
to be specific.
They just get me, man. It's a real nice office. There we go. There we go. How about that?
What do you got?
Am I going to like this or am I going to hate it? Okay. I mean, that's pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah. It's more
Show the
filling out a
people.
form like a.
This is a clipboard. This is a clipboard. It looks like it's like at a doctor's office.
Okay, hold on. All right. Let's see what chimpanzee.
Also, that's a great view out that window.
Yo, you think that chimp has been not working its ass off? All right, we'll try this one. Yeah, because it's not really making a list there, like I specified.
No, well, it is. It's just doing a list like it's like on a clipboard, like a foreman or a manager would,
He does look stressed, though.
I do kind of just wish this was just like I didn't have to take screenshots. I have so many screenshots.
You
Yeah,
can copy and delete, right?
I mean, you have no idea. Like I sent so many to the mailbag.
You're saving
last
the
night.
screenshots? Wait, are you
He's
saving the
saving them to
screenshots?
send them. He's not deleting them once he's sent them.
Dude, it's. I mean, do you want me to send you everything I did last night? All you got was the one.
Oh, well, this is nice. This is a little...
Yeah. But it looks like he's pausing mid making the list, like he's trying to think.
He's thinking. Oh, he puts a lot of care into this list. You care about this list, don't you, Chimp?
You care about these CT5s.
Okay, so you're every 50 I'm gonna have a pick. I just don't understand it.
Cool. Glad to have your support as usual.
What was the thought process on this? Let's break this down. You just want everything represented in terms of time
My thought
frames?
process was we start this list, which I'm not going to reveal yet because Amin doesn't like it when we talk about what we're doing.
Oh, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about, man. I don't care. I don't care.
Well, he doesn't
I was
like
trying
doing the
to
intro
avoid
anymore.
You guys,
recency.
you guys
Wait.
stole
Hold
my
on.
joy. You
Time
stole
out.
my joy, so it doesn't
Time
matter.
out. Time out. Are those glasses
Oh shit!
Where?
They kind
on
of
the
are.
chimp?
There's like
Oh, no. Oh, wow.
It's like,
and those stems are tucked under that hair.
yeah, it can't decide. It's really just on the outside of his eyes here.
Yeah. Well, those
That's
are frameless.
Fuck. What the hell is AI doing, dude?
Well, it's writing in a notebook. It's got to be able to see its notes.
Okay.
I like
Put
it
your
when
glasses on then.
when it brings its own flourishes to it. It's
Yeah.
like, I know you didn't ask for this, but
But check this out. Yeah.
Little
Just a
extra
hint
for
of
you.
glasses. Just a hint of
Yeah.
eyeglasses.
My thought process was I want to try to avoid recency bias. And
Okay.
I wanted to challenge myself to diversify my picks throughout the rich history of Cinephobe. And if I can't do it, if I can't get it done, if it's a category that's just not going to make it happen, I won't do it. But this one worked out pretty well.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I don't want to give too much away. I think I have a pretty good surprising list. We all know what Amin's going with, but and I also laid out
what's
for
that
one.
supposed to be?
I kept one off my list because I'm like, I don't want to do too early. I think it's going to be near the top for maybe both of you. So I left one off completely that I would normally have on.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
I
I
also
do-
like I want to be specific here. I do not want this called the Carla Gugino Award CT5.
So this
you're
is
the
what
one
She's
who
my
never
brought it
been a
up.
bitch wife. She's
You
never been a
brought it
bitch
up.
wife.
But my question is, he actually
I did
has
not.
been a bitch wife. But like, we're saying X's don't count, right?
No,
That's what we're
no.
saying?
I said play jazz.
I asked that clarifying question. And of course, Zach said, let's argue about it. You know,
I didn't argue about it.
because that's fun.
If you feel like arguing, you feel like arguing. We can argue about it later. I didn't say on the
All
pod.
that time I put in, and I'm the fucking delivery boy.
Yeah,
you the
I'm the
ignorant
fucking
motherfucker.
arguing boy.
All them years.
All them years of doing Cinephobe CT5s and
All them CT5s.
all them CT5s.
All them
What's more-
CT5s
what's-
in my
what's
notebook.
more-
And I'm
what's
the
more
fucking
racist?
delivery boy.
What's more racist, all them years or Dante Jackson as a name for Coolio?
Okay. Wait for it. Louis Pinnock is renamed Dante Jackson.
Combination.
Oh, okay.
That's racist.
It was an honest mistake.
No, I wasn't calling you racist. I'm saying if they named
If it was a
John
combination?
Travolta's character in White Man's Burden, Dante Jackson.
Oh, I thought they named them Opa K Fix.
What if it was Louis Pinnock? Would it be more racist than Louis because of Louis Armstrong? You know,
I feel like
No, because it's still like Louis Prima
Yeah,
or
Louis
Okay.
C.K.
it's an Italian thing.
yeah, Louis Anderson. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, Louis Pinnock's pretty good name.
It is. Like, it's
It's pretty ambiguous,
let me just say, it's the type of name that if you told me it's a black man's name, you'd be like, I believe it.
right?
This idea is just straight up bad. That algorithm is busted. It's among the worst ideas I've ever heard. Top 5, easily.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of broke, young, so I got survive. I got.
I don't do an intro. This is CT5, Cinephobe Top 5. I'll help you understand it. I used to take joy in this. I used to write notes how my intro is gonna go. I used to have like tweak it a little bit of time about using a different term for navel gazing, and then you guys shamed me for it, and you stole the joy. You robbed me of my joy.
When did we shame you for it?
Oh no, you got to do your little thing, and like you guys do that. You did that multiple times. The last time
I do my little thing on every fucking regular episode.
I never give you shit. I never give you shit for it. I'm always supportive. I'm supportive. I'm a good teammate. I'm a good teammate. What can I say? I'm always supportive. I'm a good teammate. That's my fault though. I should have known who I was playing with.
It's your fault playing with.
It is my fault. Yeah,
who are you playing with?
I'm not sloughing the blame.
It's my fault for being such a good teammate.
Pretty much.
What's your greatest weakness? That I work too hard. That I try too much. That I care too much.
He nailed this job interview, man.
Pretty much.
He's really got me thinking. He flipped it on me. Now I'm thinking. Now he's asking me the questions.
Mm-hmm.
We go through Cinephobe history. We pick our top 5 in different categories. This week, the Carla Gugino bitch wife.
No, that's not what it's called. It's just the Bad Spouse Award.
The Bad Spouse Award now.
Yeah.
Again, as we said in the cold open, does that include exes? And Zach's answer was play jazz. So
yeah.
How do you become an ex? I'm assuming it's because you're a bad spouse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can kind of project or, we can guess on some of this.
So we like to pick 2 outside looking ins before we get into our top 5. The order today will be I go first, Zach goes second, Mayes goes third. My first OLI, outside looking in, Robert De Niro in The Fan. Unhinged, left his kid at a game and got on the freeway.
He left his kid.
He was gone driving for at least 4 hours.
At Candlestick Park, right?
Yeah.
This is pre-Pac Bell.
Yeah.
There's no public transportation out there, man.
No,
you are stuck
it's
out
a
there.
trek.
Yeah, it was on
my
my
phone or anything.
It was on my OOLIs. I was trying to remember. Doesn't he like show up to his kid's birthday party and make an absolute ass of himself?
Makes an ass of himself at the birthday party. Makes a scene at the ex-wife's house. She's trying to move on with her life. She's got a new guy in her life. She's trying to do the best thing for her kid, and he's just an absolute lunatic. He is an awful, awful partner.
Absolutely, yeah. My first OLI, this dude will not put down his devices. The second he sees any kind of female attention, he starts drooling and trying to show off. It's Mr. Fantastic. Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. You have Jessica Alba, not just Jessica Alba, but a superhero of a woman, a very smart woman, very accomplished. You can't get off your little fucking Game Boy?
The plot of Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer is Mr. Fantastic doesn't want to get married.
Yeah.
Yes, he does not want to get married.
It's him trying to avoid getting married.
The entire movie. The entire movie. He gets conned into it at the end in Japan. Like
he
that,
puts
like
the
they corner
world
him
at risk to avoid a marriage. I didn't get to that one. That's great.
Really?
I've forgotten about him. Yeah.
Mr. Fantastic. I thought he was too low.
What is it? The Thing. Ben Grimm twists his arm. Or no, it's Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Storm. Johnny Storm.
Oh, Johnny
twists
Blaze
his
is Ghost
arm,
Rider.
makes him have the bachelor party. But once he's there, very comfortable.
He got real into it with red dress, didn't he? Yeah.
Big bang, baby. All right.
We saw how she reacted.
My OLI. This man doesn't feel like being around people. He neglects his wife. He doesn't want to take her into the city for dates. He does want to initiate sex in his basement because he's too busy jacking it in VR all the time. It's Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Lawrence Angelo from Lawnmower Man.
I feel like he's just consumed with his work. That's all.
Look who's making
That's what he told her, but he can't even take her to the city. He's breaking promises left and right. He ends up lusting after his neighbor with an abusive husband. And in the regular movie, she disappears. And that's that. We never talk about it again. he drives her away. In the director's cut, she gets brainwashed by the lawnmower man into becoming a Stepford wife.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's right.
it's a tough look for her, but yeah. And he smokes cigarettes in bed, which is an absolute, absolute
ripping
no.
heaters, ripping heaters in bed. Yeah,
The sheets must smell awful.
terrible, terrible.
It's funny how like fabrics among smokers don't smell like cigarette smoke. They just smell like some awful other smell. Have you ever noticed that?
Almost
They
like
don't smell
it's almost like the tar portion of it.
Yeah,
Of a cigarette, you know, like it doesn't smell like cigarettes, but it smells like a tar like substance. Yeah.
Tar baby.
Nope.
My second outside looking in is a guy who is in a relationship with someone who is not qualified to be in a relationship. He takes advantage of his partner. He uses his partner not only for his own personal gain, but also for his professional gain. I'm talking, of course, of Dr. Peter Elliott, the scientist from Congo.
Yeah.
He's
fuck, I didn't even think of him.
Exploiting Amy left and right.
I thought
plying her with alcohol. He's an awful spouse.
Honestly, like I will admit, this was a negative. This was a blind spot for me because when I thought of Congo, I thought there's no way Amy could be the bad spouse here. But I completely, you're right, Peter Elliott. Yeah,
Amy's just being Amy.
She's a hero. She's a hero and a victim.
She is.
She's a good gorilla.
Dr. Elliott, piece of shit.
Yeah,
Also, he has the nerve to hit on Laura Linney in front of Amy.
Of course.
Two-timing son of a bitch.
All right,
Also
my
not
next
on my
OLI.
list. It never crossed my mind.
Yeah, that's a good one though. That's a good one. I'm mad I didn't have that one on my list. That's a fuck. All right. My next OLI. Two things I don't like. All right. I don't like someone who's extremely controlling. You know, I need my alone time. I need my time to myself. I need my time to do whatever I'm going to do. And one thing you're never going to do is take away my masturbation privileges. It's Amanda Peet saving Silverman.
Yep.
Don't.
I had her on my OLIs.
She didn't. Not to be fair, she didn't take it away.
She
just
threatened it.
to take it.
She threatened it. Yes.
Away.
Yeah. But no, that's not happening.
Yeah, I considered both of them, honestly, because Jason Biggs is such a bitch.
I thought about him too. Yeah.
And she's supposed to be controlling and awful in the framework of the movie, right? They have to.
Yeah.
She's taking Jason Biggs away from his friends, but really he's the problem because he needs someone like that in his life to tell him what to do and take away masturbation privileges.
Now, let me tell you what almost kept her off my list. I like what she did with that Arby's.
Oh, yeah.
I like what she did with that Arby's chain. Like, almost saved her. But no, she's on my list.
Fair enough. All right. My next OLI. I feel like we didn't get enough examples of this person in a relationship to really raise their profile on this list. It might be why we're here. He is the bitch husband. It's Emilio Estevez in Judgment Night. But really all we get, and we get all we need from this scene, but really all we get is him on the porch talking to his wife in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, he establishes himself as the bitch husband very early, but he's more of just a bitch, to be honest. It's not like he's cool with anyone else. He's just a bitch.
He's a bitch friend.
What you call Linda? That show you like is on.
You know the show. The show. I don't know the name of it.
Put baby to bed, and
he doesn't know the name of his child, which makes him an awful partner. But as Chef Reactions pointed out, he's whining about being in the house for 3 months when you got to tack 9 months on for his wife.
Yep.
Who's going on 12 months of not really being able to do anything. Like I said, would have loved the scene at the end where he sees his wife again for him to really solidify his case as a terrible husband. But he does enough to get OLI.
Or a scene where she just breaks up with him after all that. Yeah. I would have loved that.
Like when
Take him for all he's worth.
he comes home, he's like all tired and he's dirty and his clothes are ripped. They're like, honey, you'll never believe the night I had. And she's like, you'll never believe you got served these papers.
Yeah, and I'm leaving you for radio.
He was probably an even worse spouse when he was allegedly a bad boy.
Oh
a
my
real
God.
piece of shit.
Terrible.
This is him cleaned up and like a good dude now, right?
Yeah, this is rehabilitated.
All right, we're into the top 5 now. My number 5, this person, again, lies, uses people, is a bully, definitely exists to feast off of the social climbing ladder of kind of, I'm high status and everyone else is beneath me. I might be suffering from some recency bias. But Mike Dexter from Can't Hardly Wait. You're a real piece of shit.
Wow.
Oh, man, duh.
I didn't even think of him. Wow. That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
He's awful.
Oh,
He's
man.
an awful. Like, and I'm
Jesus.
surprised, again, Amanda stayed with him for 4 years.
I mean, high school, people don't know any better, you know?
Either that or he's got one hell of a hog.
It was probably
he didn't have hog energy.
No hog
probably
energy.
better
There.
when
He
he
didn't
was
have hog
winning
energy.
football games and, you know, they were
Yeah,
doing
at that
stuff
point,
together.
it's been a few months since the football season. You know, that's a good point.
He's focused on what's next at this point. He's not focused on his relationship. I don't think he was necessarily awful for 4 straight years. Maybe.
He's awful in the movie, though.
For sure. Everything we see from him, he's terrible.
And based on behaving, I don't get the vibe that this is a guy that he just turned now at the end because he's about to graduate.
No.
He's always been an awful piece of shit.
Yeah, he's probably been cheating on her for sure.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah. All right, my number 5. I did call an audible here. I don't know if you guys saw me writing, but I did call an audible here because I was torn on these two. I knew my OLIs, but I was torn on these two for number 5. And I had previously written Pierce Brosnan, Lawnmower Man. But
Yeah.
but Mayes took him in the OLI, and I thought, okay, that's enough of a sign that he got taken earlier that I'm going to switch to my other choice. So this guy mostly is just a bad dad, but he is a bad husband too. Yeah. He abandons his family. Now, I don't mind him spending a lot of time away for work because that's just the work that he does. But this guy is obsessed with working out. He is a horrible dresser. He left his sick wife and lied about letters that he wrote. All the letters he wrote were "What that mouth do," not "How's our son." It's Sly Stallone over the top.
Yo,
Lincoln Hawk,
100%.
okay,
Hawks, I don't know.
Okay, all right. So let me stick up for Lincoln Hawk.
Oh boy, here we go.
Because he didn't want to break up with her. It was the family thing. She didn't want to break up with him either. It was a family
Then why did
dynamic.
he leave? Then why did he leave?
Because that's what the family wanted, man. Like,
sounds like a bitch husband to me.
No.
Yeah.
I think you're not giving him a fair shake.
Yeah,
I've given him more than a fair shake.
I had him on my OOLIs, and then
I wrote you hundreds of letters. No, I was just.
didn't
I know
dig
you got
into his
cancer,
story.
but what that mouth do still? Like that's all. That's all the letters were.
Yeah,
so
I'm
they're
42,
divorced in the movie. I can't remember.
Baby. Yeah, like
Yes,
they're divorced, but again,
'Cause I just-
it's not them. It's like her dad was
You're
like,
right.
this guy's a bum.
And
Closure,
I remember her being incredibly sick.
Yes, well,
yeah,
she had cancer.
yeah. But don't worry,
And-
he'll give her a phone call every once in a while. Terrible. Get out of here.
That's
Again, just sexting
That's
through
not
letters.
good,
That's all he
man.
cared about. He didn't care about her.
He just wanted to go grip other men publicly, competitively. That's what he was about. Driving
Gripping men
trucks.
competitively. We've all been there.
Maze, you're number 5.
All right, Amin's not going to like this one.
Uh-oh.
I know this for sure. This
Would you pick Gotham City?
character, this character blazes a trail of destruction in his movie that is truly remarkable. First, he's too picky.
Oh, I thought you were
He
going to say
breaks up with
Taxi.
fiancés because
thought
they
you were
weren't
saying-
good enough. He finds any flaw and he magnifies it. Then He goes the other way. He's not picky enough. He's not discerning enough. He rushes into something. It's Ben Stiller's Eddie Cantro in The Heartbreak Kid.
Oh, he was on my list. He was on my list.
He gets
He's
married too quickly to Delilah.
spouse.
Immediately regrets it on the drive to the honeymoon, as we've discussed. And then he lies incessantly to her. CT5 liar. We'll get to that another time.
Cheats on her.
Then,
Can't deliver
while
sexually.
he meets the new woman, he establishes a horrible foundation of trust by lying to her, lying to her family. She goes home. He tries to break up her new marriage, follows her, tries to fuck up her new marriage. 18 months later, he's married again to Eva Longoria, and he's ready to throw that away. This man is a serial horrible spouse.
Whoa. Hold on, man. This dude, he got taken advantage of. First of all, let's start there. This woman lied to him, Malin Ackerman, lied to him first.
Wait, how did she lie to him?
She said she was a marine biologist and shit like that. And
Okay.
she's
I
none of
mean,
those
she
things.
didn't lie. She just didn't tell him certain things.
No.
been there.
He got duped into this. By the way, dealing with a lot of family pressure. His father is on him to get in a relationship. His best friend is on him to get in a relationship. He was in a relationship. She left him. His friend relished it, Rob Corddry. No. I'm not going to. That's ridiculous. Yeah.
I don't know, man. He was on my. He didn't make my list, but he's in the Notebook. He's a bad dude, man.
Look, and
It's
by
the volume.
the way, think of everything he sacrificed to go be with Michelle Monaghan. And then she still said no to him. She kicked him out, and he was homeless.
because he lied to her too.
He had to sneak. Yes, but like sometimes you do think. I get it. It's an awkward situation. He was
Awkward situation.
He was gonna break up with Malin Ackerman either way. Meeting someone new wasn't like impetus for that.
I don't think he was.
That car ride down to Mexico was the impetus. Yeah, he was. Let's move on.
Well, let's move on.
Amin's getting upset. Amin's getting.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. It's bullshit. You guys picked a good dude. That's a good dude, man.
I didn't pick him. That's Maze. I'm with
He's
him.
not a good
He's on my
dude.
list. He's
a
on
good
my.
dude.
He's on my page.
I don't want him marrying and then immediately breaking up with anybody that I know.
He's a bad spouse to two people at once.
And he's a bad theoretical boyfriend to the third woman.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4. This guy, sometimes you guys have bad spouses, someone who's a philanderer, someone who's a liar, someone who like treats the other spouse poorly, right? But sometimes being a bad spouse isn't about necessarily like an intentional, I want to be bad. Sometimes it's about, I'm just up to my responsibilities. I'm not meeting the expectations. I'm not doing my spousal duties. So my number 4 is Michael Brody from Jaws: The Revenge.
I had him written down.
His
didn't make
woman
her
is
come.
ready to go, and he can't make her come.
He can't get it up,
do
and he
anything.
can't take the trash out.
Yep.
He's obsessed with his mom.
He's got mommy issues for sure.
Big time.
For sure.
He's more concerned with Hoagie fucking his mom than him fucking his wife.
And by the way, might be in the closet because he's fucking goddamn Mario Van Peebles.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Remember?
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Indian
yeah.
dress?
I think
Like,
there was
oh,
a
what
whole.
I missed?
There was
Yeah.
like a triangle rhombus situation going on. A lot of sides there. Yeah.
Yeah, I had them
that's a great
both
pick.
as my OOLIs. You got to remember that he missed her statue unveiling. Completely
Yes,
forgot
he
about
did.
it.
Oh, that's
Too
right.
busy on the boat.
Yeah,
That's the only thing she cares about in the whole movie, besides their kid, I guess, is that she's working on this hideous statue. And then doesn't show
But
up.
she's also like kind of supporting them, right? She's getting paid a lot of money for that.
A lot of money.
A lot.
You son of a bitch. You don't even respect her enough to make her come.
Yeah. She's not guiltless in that though. She's not a great spouse
Dog,
either.
wait, hold on. How much?
What's she supposed to
How
do?
much patience? How much
She's
patience
throwing
is she
herself
supposed to have?
Throwing herself
She's
at
throwing
him.
her panties. She literally threw her panties in his
Fucking
face.
slingshot
And-
that shit like
and
she's
he
Bart
was like,
Simpson.
Cowabunga!
Don't have a cow, dude.
Yeah.
Zach, you're number 4.
My number 4. I don't have have a lot of rules or things I look for in relationships. You know, you want trust and everything. One rule I have, and I don't expect us to spend a lot of time on this. It seems pretty straightforward. Don't fuck your brother, Leighton Meester. That's my boy. She fucks her brother. She's going to marry Andy Samberg. She fucks her brother. She's been fucking her brother. Not stepbrother, brother.
Someone
I forgot about that, dude.
Let me put the Bible. All right, I'm sworn in under oath.
Yeah.
Can't remember a single plot point from that movie.
Vanilla Ice in that movie. You remember that?
Vaguely. I think that was a golden.
I remember that scene.
Yeah.
I remember
It's an incest movie.
The beginning, right? With Eva Murray, Susan Sarandon's daughter, as the teacher.
Repeat
I remember
offender.
all that. I don't remember the Leighton Meester, but now that you've refreshed my memory.
I saw her right the other day.
Yeah.
She's tall.
Yeah, real life.
She's like
Yeah,
5'10", but she's tall.
Her dad
Taller
is
than
tall.
Susan
Isn't
Sarandon.
Yeah.
Isn't it Tim Robbins?
Her dad is not Tim
Oh, yeah.
Robbins, because her name is Eva Murray, not Eva Robbins.
Oh, that could just be a stage name.
Yeah, she's married. She could be married.
Yeah.
So you think that Eva Murray took neither of her famous parents' names?
Yeah, she got
Trying to
married.
make it
Bill
on her
Murray.
own. Good
Trying to
looking.
make it on her own. But yet, you texted the group, saw Susan Sarandon's daughter. So I don't think it
Well, I
worked.
don't remember her fucking name.
But also, that's what she's fighting. That's what she's fighting, Maze.
Right.
She's fighting
I
people
know her.
like Zach.
I know her from New Girl, and I
need
know
to
her
get
from
the
That's My
fuck
Boy.
out of Spin Alley, man. This is fucking annoying. Everything's a spin.
Oh, what's
My
your spin
number
out? You
4.
can't get out, man.
My number 4. I hate this next one the most. I think I hate them even more than the top 3 people on my list. It's the Gilmans from Amos and Andrew.
I forgot
They're
about
clout
them.
chasers.
Oh shit!
They're faux liberal.
Oh, that's
They are
a
to one
great.
another.
That's a
deeply-
great pick.
Deeply racist. They are the worst spouses ever.
What did they name their dog? Was like Goebbels or something?
Their
What
dog is
dog's
named
name?
General Rommel.
Oh, Rommel.
After the desert fox. They have the sex grease, the studded leather body harnesses.
Well, let's not king
But-
shame them. Hold on.
I'm not king shaming them. I'm just pointing it out. Just naming what they got. And the main thing is that they are responsible for the whole movie. They're meddling, their nosiness.
That's true.
They call the cops on Samuel, and
But
then
that makes them bad people, not necessarily bad partners, though, right? Because bad partner means that you're bad to your partner, not necessarily bad to others.
Good point. Good point. No, that's a good point.
I hear what you're saying. I understand. My interpretation
he's been married like 18 times.
He's been married
Remember?
a bunch of times.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Okay, so
Yeah.
now we've narrowed it down.
We're establishing a little bit. Yeah.
She's also really, really obnoxious and annoying, and she's always
She married him. She married him
She
just
married him for the fame. She's
Oh,
a
that's
star
right. Yeah.
fucker.
So, yeah. Star fucker. Yeah.
Bad
'Cause
relationship.
he's one of those Chicago
bad
7 or whatever,
couple,
Stars.
or whatever.
Doing a lot of work there.
Yeah. But yes, then they continue. They cause plot liftoff, and then they keep the plot going with all their meddling and trying to cover their own asses and trying to keep the tape and all that stuff. So,
All right, my number 3. This one I should be higher when I think about it, but this is someone who is involved in a life of crime. This is someone who infidelity is an issue.
Ooh.
This is someone domestic abuse is an issue.
whoa,
This is someone where statutory rape is an issue. This is someone who has
don't remember this movie at
murdered
all.
people. It's DMX and Belly.
Oh shit!
wow.
I just
Real
glossed right over
piece of
Belly.
shit.
I forgot that. Yeah, he's got a
Real
lady.
piece of
Tom,
shit.
Tommy Buns Bundy.
Tom,
Buns.
or as we call them, DMX for short.
That's a good one. Oh man, I forgot about that completely. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah, bad dude.
He's
dude.
an awful
He's a
human
real
being.
bad dude. Yeah.
Nas
All the
isn't-
way
you
around.
can, Nas
You can
isn't
talk
good
yourself
either.
into Nas, yeah. No, but you could talk yourself into Nas a little bit.
Nas,
so.
Nas loves T-Boz, and he does
Yeah,
right by
they
her.
just want to
He
go to
does-
Africa.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does right by her. DMX, he's cheating on Terrell Hicks with 16-year-old, and then he's lying about it, right? And then he's grabbing her and stuff, and then he's killing people. He's selling drugs. He's a maniac, man. He's a bad dude.
Yeah,
bad partner.
That's a good
you're
one.
right.
Yeah.
With that resume, 3 is a little surprising.
And when he fucked over some other people, they came to his house and tried to get her. Luckily, she's strong enough to defend herself.
Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah.
All right. Zach.
Number 3, it actually pains me to throw this guy here. Because I do think he meant well. But we gotta be honest, he's just not a good partner. He borderline disrupts this woman's work, her studies. He did the whole Jim Halpert thing from The Office where bought a house without telling her.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there is absolutely zero sexual chemistry. I'm not convinced they've ever fucked. He is a thief. He's an honest thief, but it's Liam Neeson, honest thief.
Wow.
And hit me with the award. Hit me with the award.
Sweet Annie.
Yeah. That's
zero. Crazy. Yeah.
He's look, he gets all this money, right? He does the most heists in Cinephobe history and sets them up for down the road and everything, buys a house or whatever. And then just I'm going to give it away. So now you have no nest egg? Now you have no safety net? Nothing. You did all this for what? Just to avenge your dead dad who got screwed over when he retired? And so you're going to do all that and now you're going to leave your wife. You're turning yourself in to go to jail, to go to prison. So you're just leaving her forever.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's a bad spouse.
Zach, what does he tell Sweet Annie that he did for work to make all that money?
Like a safe repairman.
Yeah.
He repairs safes.
Which is not a job.
It's a lucrative business.
I mean, it is a job. It's a job that gets called on once a year.
It's a part-time hobby. It is.
Yeah. I wanted to put that on my list. He's my other main OOLI. Yeah. I wanted to put him on because I thought it would piss you off. I'm stunned to hear that you have it.
Well, check the name. What does that say down there? Honest podcaster.
Well, yeah. After that movie, so I'm surprised you don't have his back. But the other thing is, he doesn't pay any attention to her life. She calls him.
He has no idea what she's doing. She's studying for
about the big exam, and he's like, "What?
What?
Oh, I'm so proud of you." I'm asleep. I fell asleep. I've been sleeping on this couch, and later on, he tells her that she gives him the same feeling as robbing banks and defusing bombs.
That's romantic. That's a romantic right there.
Annie.
He's a bad spouse, man. Mayes, you're number 3.
Number 3.
Oh my God. The dishonest husband. She doesn't want to get married though, because she was married before and
that's right, yeah.
Doesn't want to go through that again. So
yeah,
they'll never get married. My number 3, man, I thought of this person late. Then I realized that their resume needs to be recognized with a high placement on my list. It's an unemployed sack of shit who listens to patriarchal podcasts, has his wife hooked up to a VR machine against her will, brainwashed and imprisoned in his house. It's Harry Styles and Don't Worry, Darling.
100%.
I knew, without a shadow of a doubt, I knew Mayes had that on his list.
Dude, I didn't even think of that movie. I skipped right over it on the list. Holy shit, you're right.
It came to me late. Like I said, I wasn't thinking of it. Plus, I will never forgive him for that atrocity of a meal he tried to cook.
Oh, that was bad.
Gave me so much anxiety.
Hold on. He's not a cook. He's a dancer.
No, he's not a dancer. He's a podcast.
Look at the boy dance.
He's a podcast producer.
Look at the.
That's what he is.
Oh, that's all why Mayes hates him.
All that dancing.
That's why.
All that dancing.
That's what I thought Mayes was going with. He's like, I will never forgive him for being a podcast producer.
That's my block.
He doesn't produce podcasts. He just listens to them.
Oh, basically does.
He's at his computer. He was cutting, man.
He was cutting, man. He was putting together a reel. He's putting together a reel.
He was not cutting shit.
Yeah.
He was all right, whatever. He tried to cook one of the worst meals I've ever seen.
So bad.
Not only was it terrible, he made a huge fucking mess. He lit things on fire. He's a disaster.
Also, it was in VR, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When you try to cook the meal? So, can't you just fucking program that shit to be good at it? It's not even real.
That's how realistic
That's
the
how
VR
bad he is
was.
as being a spouse.
He sucked even in the game.
Yeah.
Even with the sliders adjusted all the way to the right, this motherfucker still couldn't boil potatoes.
Yep.
Number 2. This is a guy. God, I wish he hadn't been so thorough earlier. It is Eddie Cantrell from Harper.
What? Whoa! Come on.
Whoa, dishonest podcaster.
Look, man, I'm going to tell you what. Because at any given point, he could, I don't blame him. I'm serious. He was going to probably break up with her anyway. He actually tried, and then, something came up, whatever. Mm-hmm. But then he continued to lie. And then,
so much.
Michelle Monaghan, yes, I called it an act of love, an act of romance. It's also the act of a stalker.
Yeah, he stalks her big time.
No, he goes to her house, dude. She's married, or she's about to be married. He broke in to her where she's in bed with her dude.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's next level. Dude, sometimes you got to just be like, okay, that's the one that got away.
Yeah.
Take the L.
Just great. Take the L. And then he went back to Mexico. And you know what, man? Michelle Monaghan. She's cute. She's fun. But, man, if I found Eva Longoria and I'm living on the beach in Mexico.
Oh, my God.
Bitch, get out of here, man. You kicked me out. I would have basically grabbed Eva Longoria and be like, this my woman now. Mm-hmm. No, he's awful. He's awful.
Yeah, he's pretty bad.
He's awful.
The other thing is that he gets good advice. Not
from his dad?
Necessarily how to be honest, but his dad and Rob Corddry are both giving him fairly decent advice, at least not to be a lying sack of shit.
Yes, when your wife asks you to cock her, God, you cock her. And he had a problem. He couldn't perform when he can keep up with her sexual appetite, which again, that's another hallmark of a poor spouse, poor partner.
100%.
Zach, number 2.
I'm taking a pair here. Okay. I'm taking 2 people. And I think you guys will let me get away with this. Mm-hmm. One is a cocaine addicted, drug riddled whore. And her husband is an unhoused gentleman relying on his 11-year-old son to play hockey enough to get them a house up in Canada. It's the parents from MVP, Most Valuable Primate.
I knew it was coming.
Drunk, loser, unhoused gentleman of a husband and his coke-addicted whore wife. Why do they have 2 children?
Oh, man. When they knock on the door, she opens it, and she thinks it's their coke dealer, and instead it's the book club.
It's the book club. She's like, fuck. She's sweating, man. She's scratching. I'm having withdrawals here. Yeah. No, these 2, I couldn't decide between the 2 of them. I said, fuck it. I'm picking them both at the same time.
No,
that loser of a dad. He can't provide for his wife. His wife is too coked out to help him with anything. And they're both just relying on their son to be a professional hockey player. Unacceptable. Bad spouses.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah. They'll be back for worse parents. It's only a matter of time.
100%.
They're going to be a multiple CT5 achievement. My number 2, for most of this movie, you think it's the man's fault. You think it's the husband's fault. But once you get towards the end, you realize that they're a package deal and that they're awful. It's Matthew McConaughey and Kate Beckinsale in Tiptoes.
Yeah. I only had Kate Beckinsale down on my list. But you're right.
McConaughey.
Yeah. They're both
McConaughey is
the fit he throws when he finds out that the child is going to be a little person. No, man, that's McConaughey for sure.
Yeah, no, he's bad. But she's also her stupid hats. Yeah, the end. The end. Yeah.
Okay. It's a roller coaster ride, all right? She tells him she's pregnant, he flips out. Yeah. And doesn't explain why. It's because his family are dwarves, and this tears their relationship apart. He leaves to go on a fireman retreat somewhere.
Not a real thing.
To train people. That's when Gary Oldman shows up.
What's less of a real thing, Zach? A fireman retreat or being a safe repairman?
Ooh, it's a safe repairman.
I trained firemen on 2-week-long retreats.
That's how I made all my money. As a full-time paying gig where you can buy a house. That's less of a
lucrative safe repairman.
Yeah.
So that's when Gary Oldman shows up. She meets the family. She's starting to be okay with it, right? They eventually reconcile and they get married. He hasn't addressed a single one of his issues. So then as soon as the baby is born, he flips out again. And he says, what I need are new chromosomes.
Damn.
He says this to his baby mama holding his child.
That's tough, man. That's tough.
What a piece of shit.
10 months into the relationship, he flips out again. He leaves. So then she goes to Rolf's cabin in the woods, kisses him on the lips for the second time. So, Zach, you had Leighton Meester banging her own brother. Now we've got Kate Beckinsale jumping from brother to brother.
Brother to brother.
McConaughey comes up and apologizes, and she's like, I'm good. I'm going to stay with Rolf.
Yeah.
End movie. What the fuck?
Oof.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Right,
you're right.
Mayes,
I should have had McConaughey on there, too.
Before we unveil the number ones, I like doing this now. This is we unveiled it. We did this last time. Can you recap the list so far?
All right. Amin went first. He selected Robert De Niro from The Fan, Dr. Peter Elliott from Congo, Mike Dexter from Can't Hardly Wait, Michael Brody from Jaws the Revenge, DMX from Belly, and Ben Stiller from The Heartbreak Kid.
Shocking. He's only gone with men so far.
He's going
for him.
Pull the rug out from under us on this last pick.
What's Zach's? Or do you want to do mine in this?
Zach, Mr. Fantastic, Amanda Peet from Saving Silverman, Lincoln Hawk from Over the Top, Leighton Meester from That's My Boy, Thomas James Dolan from The Dishonest Thief, the parents from MVP Most Valuable Primate.
Where is he on CT5 names? Oh, I've got to adjust. Hold on.
You forgot he was Thomas James Dolan?
Yes. Hold on. You keep reading. I'm gonna go look at my names list.
Yeah, Maze, what's your
mine? Pierce Brosnan from Lawnmower Man, the bitch husband from Judgment Night, Ben Stiller from Heartbreak Kid, the Gilmans from Amos and Andrew, Harry Styles and Don't Worry Darling, and Matthew McConaughey and Kate Beckinsale from Tiptoes.
Yeah, that's a good list so far. We all have good lists here.
I like this.
Really quick, before I unveil my number one, could you go into the CT5 names and drop the OLI number 2, Racing Commissioner Leighton Gilson, and replace it with Thomas James Dolan?
Honest thief, though. He's an honest thief. He's a dishonest husband. Dishonest spouse, but he's an honest thief.
He's a withholding husband. He's a dishonest thief.
All right, guys. My number one.
Yeah.
As you can tell from my list, there's a couple of themes that I touched upon, right? Being a genuinely awful person in your life, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Being awful to your spouse or your partner, that's pretty big. Withholding of kind of like intimacy or not being able to meet the intimacy kind of requirements of your other, that's a bad thing. I'll throw in also being there for the wrong reasons, so being money hungry or whatever, and genuinely, and also being a homophobe. I'll throw that in there as well, along with being a racist. It's the bitch wife from Carbon Copy.
Oh shit! Yeah,
she's awful.
Yeah.
She's awful to him. She's awful to Denzel. She's awful in general.
He's not great either.
I didn't say
I
he's
had them
great.
both.
He's not.
Okay.
He's not on my top 5 spouses either. I'm just saying she is
okay.
the absolute worst.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, she's a real bad person.
Yeah, I had the 2 of them. I had the two of them together on my OOLIs. That is an awful family. The misogynist manosphere grandfather, the shitbag little preppy lacrosse dating daughter. All of the Whitneys can go fuck themselves. Yeah. And somehow Denzel ends up in the mix. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Zach?
My number one, I'm afraid you guys are going to fight me on whether or not this was actually a spouse. But a couple of things. Abandon someone very close to him. And we saw in that diner, he did not make her come. It's Matt LeBlanc and Ed. It was clearly an issue. Their intimacy was clearly an issue. He's so obsessed with himself, but also like he fucking sucks at his job. So he's chasing a bad dream. He abandons Ed when Ed needed him the most. He eventually like goes, "Oh, I'll help him." But no, like, come on. You were gonna you want her to abandon her daughter if she gets kidnapped too? Like, come on. Like Matt LeBlanc, and again, did not make her come. Like, and he clearly didn't try to make up for it in any way. During that time, like there's some real intimacy issues there.
Jack Deuce Cooper. You see what Zach did here? I mean,
what's that?
What he did here?
What did I do?
Ed and MVP are his top two movies here. He found a way.
Up there too. I want to sleep number 3.
Yeah, it's quite a big 3 you got there. That's my boy.
Yeah, I got the Sandler verse in there.
All right, number 1. I'm curious. Yeah. I'm curious to see if you guys thought of this person, because once I went through the crates a little bit and went over it, this guy blew Emilio out of the fucking water in this category. Like, I thought for sure Emilio would have a solid position, that he'd be the bitchiest husband of them all. No, there's a bitchier husband, and he's also a strong lifetime legacy ass-on contender. It's David Caruso in Kiss of Death.
I don't remember.
Oh, I didn't even have him. I forgot he's with Helen Hunt, right?
He's with Helen Hunt. Let me take you down memory lane here, all right? So he's an ex-con who gets out of jail. He doesn't support his wife by going to AA meetings with her. He makes her go by herself. Then he leaves his baby face down on the couch when his shitbag cousin, Michael Rappaport, shows up.
I forgot.
Face down on the couch. He's trying to resist Michael Rappaport, but he still goes along with this bullshit. They go and they do their like stolen car scheme or whatever. And then he ends up back in jail. So Helen Hunt has to go work for his shitbag cousin, Michael Rappaport, who sexually harasses her, who, you know, like underpays her and basically alludes to the fact that if she sucked his cock, he'd pay her more. Then he gets her drunk. He takes advantage of her. He rapes her. She wakes up distressed. She backs into traffic and drives right into a truck. That is all because of David Caruso's actions. That's what started the whole thing.
That's a good pick.
That's a terrible spouse, right?
It's a good pick.
He's not done,
a bad
though.
Spouse.
He's not done, though, because we're not even halfway through the movie. So what does he do after that? He marries his dead wife's sister.
Have to.
That's how you make it up?
That's how you make it up to the family, yeah. That's just good math.
All right,
you got to double down. That's twice. 2 times the worst spouse, David Caruso.
I'm looking at my cutting room floor. There's like 30 names. I've got so many names on my cutting room floor.
I've got quite a few.
All right, so let me get started with this.
Yeah.
The widow from Teddy Rex that hits on Teddy Rex at the funeral.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Yeah.
You're literally burying your husband. And not only are you ready to move on.
We don't know T-Rex customs.
You're gonna move on with this bingo. I know that part.
we don't know T-Rex customs.
Oh, we know.
We know that part.
Maybe we don't.
She could have fucked anybody, any other T-Rex. She
went
chose
for
the
that bingo. Yeah.
As he's talking about cookies.
Look, I don't know whose fault it was in the relationship, but I tend to side with this guy versus his ex because she ended up putting her daughter with the porn king of Southern California. It's Hugh Jackman's ex-wife.
Yeah.
In Swordfish.
Yeah, Drea de Matteo.
Yep. And I love her. Like that for me to marry her. I do. Oh
Yeah.
my
You
God.
said that a little too desperately.
I would take a bullet for her. Oh my God.
That's fair. I had on my OOLIs Deborah Messing from Along Came Polly.
That was my next. Yeah.
She leaves.
Oh, yeah.
She leaves my man Ben Stiller high and dry.
Gets married and then gets banged out on a honeymoon. Come on.
and then leaves him too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Leaves
Claude's
Claude.
heart. She broke Claude's heart. I've got this next on my cutting room floor. Husband is trying to do something monumental, provides for this family. She lives in a life of luxury, and all she does is whine, bitch, and complain. It's Adrian from Rocky.
I had Rocky 4 on my list. He's also not great for going to Russia.
He just leaves.
I'm gonna go train in Russia.
You know how
For free.
Hold on, Mace. How bad of a wife you have to be for your husband to be like, look, I'm going to Russia for free
In the middle of the Cold War.
Christmas.
and I might die from this guy I'm going to fight, but I don't care.
I'd rather do that shit. I'd rather catch
He
pneumonia.
killed my best friend who's in
working
better
out.
shape than I am.
And he's got to focus, right? He's got to concentrate on this fight. What does she do? Shows up
Yeah.
to distract him. Yeah.
It's a bad relationship.
I think this guy, look, he was a bad dad, but I also think he's a horrible husband. He has absolutely no emotion. He's too tied to his military career. It's Will Smith and After Earth. That's a bad husband.
I forgot he was married.
He has absolutely zero emotion. They have a dinner at one point in a flashback.
Yeah.
He let his daughter die. I mean, like he's
Yeah.
he's
Zoe
a
Kravitz.
horrible spouse.
Michael Douglas in Disclosure.
What?
Yep, I got him there too.
Hold on. He
Are
was
you
doing
kidding
all
me?
the right stuff. He was
Doing all the right stuff?
Doing all the right stuff.
Look,
He put
man,
his dick in her mouth.
He's
she
so
made
fucking
him. He got
self-righteous.
raped.
He made him.
That
He
was
made
rape,
him.
man.
Easily went in
He
there.
was sexually assaulted.
Easily.
Number two. Oh, you know what?
Easily.
On my cutting room floor, let's just keep it going. Michael Douglas's wife.
What?
During the look, all you gotta do is sit in. All you gotta do is sit in this hearing and be like, "No, my husband doesn't do shit like that." Instead, she spills all the beans right there in a glass conference room.
Okay, you know what? Fuck you. My cutting room floor. Chow men. No, I was just kidding.
Get down here. Hey, Chow Man, I want to settle something. You get down here right now.
A little patriarchal urge.
This broke motherfucker puts his family in danger because he can't afford any kind of vacation other than to swap homes with the people in Troll 2. It's the dad in Troll 2.
Yeah.
Horrible
Yeah.
husband.
She's bad too.
Horrible husband.
She's
Yeah.
bad too.
Oh, she's
Don't
bad
let
too.
her
No,
off the
don't
hook.
get me wrong. She's
Hey.
bad too, but he's
You don't
worse.
piss on hospitality.
You want to talk about worst families, top to bottom?
Oh,
that whole
that's a
family's got
bad
a lot
family.
of
Yeah.
issues, man. Mm-hmm. Speaking of weird families, I had Christopher Lloyd and Shelley Duvall in Suburban Commando.
Yeah.
Not great. Not a great
Yeah,
relationship.
they're
Christopher
bad.
Lloyd. What was Christopher Lloyd doing? He was doing his best.
Was he?
He was trying.
I mean, I like I said, it was OOLI. I thought of them. They're not doing great. They didn't make the list.
All right.
I didn't dive too
Well,
deep into it.
I got another one for you. John Ritter's wife in Problem Child. She was an absolute
She's terrible.
bitch.
Yeah,
and
she's
she was
terrible.
just marrying him for the money and because his dad was running for mayor or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with that. He leaves his wife and 2 kids after the birth of the second kid. It's John Travolta, and look who's talking too.
Oh, yeah.
He's a horrible
Yeah.
husband.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm out of here. You have a second kid. I'm done. Like,
Yeah,
let's
he was
get out.
just like,
He's ready to go. He couldn't wait to get out of that apartment.
Like Mr. Fantastic and Rocky.
What happens in Vegas is kind of a loophole because they're competing to be the worst.
Yeah.
And try to screw each other over. And then eventually they decide they love each other. So that was kind of a confusing one,
Both
but
of
it
them.
had to be mentioned.
Yeah.
I've got the wife from The Commuter.
No, don't do that.
She's chewing out Liam
She
Neeson
didn't
in the
do
car.
anything.
She's
She
chewing him out in
didn't
the
do
car.
anything. She's barely in the movie.
But she gave me a headache. I was like, oh my God, this bitch. That's how I felt. Listening to her chew out poor Liam Neeson, he's 3 years away from retirement.
Maybe not anymore. Maybe he should spend more time trying to secure extra income rather than doing fucking book reports and watching his kid jack off on Chatterbait. Okay, maybe he should be a better spouse.
Yeah, he's a bad dad. That's for sure.
Again, I wasn't sure if this would count as a spouse, but they're clearly dating. I don't trust her because she's going to go bang anyone that'll give her a story. It's the reporter in Bloodsport.
Oh, yeah. No integrity at all.
No integrity at all. She will go handy anybody that gets her a little bit of that story.
As long as she gets her scoop.
JCVD should not trust her.
This guy is bad across the board, but he's a terrible husband. Doug Coughlin, Cocktail.
Is he a husband? Who's
at the end, Kelly Lynch, right?
Third act, he marries Kelly Lynch, and
he commits suicide.
He's
kills himself.
Trying to bang other. He's trying to bang other chicks the whole time.
Yeah.
He's
Coughlin.
whoring her out.
It's
bang so confusing, dude. It is a lot going on. He's just a terrible dude.
Is he a worse spouse or bartender?
No, he invented drinks. What are you talking about?
He invented drinks?
Yeah.
The red eye?
Red eye. Yeah. He's number 2 in TGI Fridays.
Dreams. I see it in pink neon. Blink, blink, blinkety blink.
TGI Fridays, like runner-up Northeast Division.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's definitely, if he doesn't kill himself, he is a Taffer specialist for sure.
Okay. Zach, you mentioned this name earlier, but for a different movie, I'm going with Amanda Peet from Saving Silverman.
That's the movie you picked.
No, he picked, didn't you
Sounds
pick?
like you want to
ghost
a girlfriend's past.
Wet Hot American Summer?
Not once. Not once was that mentioned. I said she's going to take my masturbation privileges.
That's not Wet Hot American Summer?
That's Saving Silverman.
That's like I suck my own dick is the can and Wet Hot American Summer.
No, but isn't there like a bitch wife in Wet Hot American Summer who's like holding sex over Bradley Cooper's character, was it?
Bradley Cooper's gay.
Okay,
so I don't know where you're going with any of this, but
I got to go back and listen to it. I remember this.
It's kind of a cosmic gumbo.
Okay, and then I'm going to go with Rachel Weisz and Envy.
Oh,
wait, isn't that Ben Stiller's fault?
I think it's Ben Stiller's fault.
I mean, look, fault there. He wasn't being a bad spouse, and quite the opposite. They have a limited amount they're on a fixed income. He's not going to follow. Jack Black's track record, wouldn't his track record says that this is going to be a good idea. This dude is talking about stamps that you can lick. No, man, like this dude was being conservative fiscally because they don't have a lot of money, and now she's going to hold it up against him. And then he didn't even do anything. He's just going to take the kids and go to her sister's house. Bitch wife.
Wow. Okay.
Win song. And you know that.
This is a bad husband. This is a bad husband. Because even when she's trying to figure out, like, look, we're not together right now. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how we're going to afford anything. I got to live with my mom. She's like, I miss you. He says, yeah, I'm horny too, baby. It's Louis Pinnock.
Yeah.
It's a bad husband.
Yep. Had to be said.
Mm-hmm. You unbelievable, man.
She's not great
All
either.
The years of marriage. She's not great either, but I put that on him.
I think the tough part is that we don't get any time before he loses his fucking job, man. Because then he really falls apart, right?
Yeah.
Before he loses his job, I feel like they might have been okay.
He loves her. He cares about her. He wants to protect her. I mean, and he's willing to do whatever it takes. But yeah, like in that moment when shit's going wrong, he could have had a little bit more empathy toward her feelings.
I'm horny too, baby.
That's a bad response. All right. Mace, go ahead.
These two kind of are in the same situation. It's like looking at a future version of yourself. It's Joe the Hummer Tanto and Bo Brandenburg in Driven. Oh. They're a little too career obsessed. They're thinking about their racing at the track. They're neglecting the women in their life. And then that woman moves on to another racer. And then you feel bad about it. And you want her back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with the bitch girlfriend from Teen Wolf 2. She doesn't even know how to turn on a microscope. And she's like on Todd Howard's ass the whole time. Like, I'm actually supposed to be here. I got the grades and stuff. She's stealing books and stuff. Like, she's just all the way, and then she brings
books.
him a bucket of chicken when he's a wolf. She's racist. She's awful. Get her up out of here.
Okay.
You don't even know how to turn on a microscope. That makes you a bad spouse.
Microscope, microwave.
What?
Micropenis.
Oh, no way. Not the wolf. The wolf has a hog.
This guy, completely unhinged, so bad with money, puts his...
How have we been recording for an hour?
I know.
I don't know. There's a lot of bad spouses.
Puts his family at risk constantly financially. You know why? He's a tiny Italian Godzilla. It's Al Pacino in Two for the Money.
Same note too. He's awful.
He's such a
Renee
bad...
Rousseau is so
she
great.
She couldn't be nicer. Yeah, she couldn't be better.
God. He even is the one who essentially is like trying to force her onto McConaughey.
Yes.
I don't think Renee is interested in that shit, but he wants to cuck so bad that he keeps setting up these situations. He's terrible. Oh, man. Okay. A couple of stepdads cutting it up. I had Doug Ray Scott from Taken 3.
Yeah,
I had him in there. Yeah.
Bad guy. And then I have, he's not an evil stepdad. He's just a bitch. He's the bitch stepdad. It's Ed Helms and Coffee and Kareem.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember that at all. I remember none of that movie.
Sometimes a stepdad is a step in the right direction.
Oh, my God. Let's see. I got, all right. So this one was a hard one because ultimately this person was actually correct in all of their suspicions and assumptions, but still kind of a bitch about it and also maybe a tinge of racism with it too. It's the mom from Money Talks.
Oh, yes. Yes. That's a good call.
Also, Reno's wife. She's awful.
That's a good call. Yep. Look, I don't want to have to look after your Jack Daniels drinking cat. I don't want little canisters of film everywhere. Also, we don't shame here, but she is a sex worker. It's Chloe Webb from Heart Condition. She's going around like that's not a good spouse. Yeah. Come on. He's not either. He's no prize either.
He's
don't get me wrong.
awful.
He's bad too. I don't like film canisters everywhere. A whole bowl of them? You're not getting any of that shit developed?
Yeah.
What are you doing with your hobby?
Just takes pictures.
She just takes pictures and that's it?
Man,
you never sees them. You can never tell she's bad.
You know what? Maze is mad because someone who takes pictures got thrown in here. Yeah.
I'm mad that you're not throwing Bob Hoskins up there. He's
it's obvious he's bad. Of course. Okay. He's the worst.
And he's racist. He thinks fucking Kurt Rambis.
I mean, look, count the championships. Count the rings.
All right. I'm going to save my last one. You guys keep going until you're...
Oh, I got so many more.
I've got, hold on, I've got one,
just rip off a bunch right now.
3, 4.
I've got Kate Walsh and her daughter in Legion. Oh, not her daughter. I'm sorry. Kate Walsh in Legion. And then the pregnant one who uses Jeep, but never never lets him get in. All right,
well, let me say this. I got Jeep.
No, dude, Jeep. No, yeah, fuck you, man. Fuck you.
No, Jeep is a terrible spouse.
What?
He's not a spouse.
He can't. He's trying to be. He's trying to be.
Fucking delivery boy.
He's stepping up. He's not a stepdad. He's a dad.
He's supposed to do. He's supposed to do his job, and he's making an absolute tetanus-filled rocker for this child that's going to have nothing but splinters and infected nails poking this kid. The only good thing he does is catch that doll, whatever that was, that dilapidated baby.
Yeah, it was the baby. Yes, his stepchild.
Jeep's bad, not his stepchild.
No, man, you're awful. You know who else is awful? Jennifer Garner in Invention of Lying.
Yeah, she's bad. Yeah, but I mean, she's being honest.
I mean, but she treats him like shit, though. Like, you can be honest without being mean, and she was mean to poor Ricky Gervais.
I think you're attacking the world here more than you're attacking Jennifer Garner.
I don't know. I think that she.
What about Rob Lowe in that movie?
Oh, I mean, he was just a piece of shit, though.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah.
Daishiki from Don't Be a Menace.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
Dude.
No.
What the hell, man? How many
You're
guys is she trying to entrap?
You're king
She's
shaming. That's not her
king
fault.
shaming.
She's easily
getting pregnant.
impregnated.
Getting pregnant is a kink.
So, for some, it is. Look, man, I think if you're going to be so reckless at your job that your kid watches your fighter jet explode, it's the dad in Green Lantern.
That's it. No, come on. What is that?
He left his wife. He left his wife.
We have like no evidence of that.
He left his wife. That's all I need.
Really?
I just need that little bit to see how bad he didn't even try to get out of that fighter. He's like, I'm leaving this bitch.
That's an OOLI for a reason.
Gabby Union, Bad Boys 2.
What?
You're gonna fuck your brother's partner and then keep the secret too?
She's a bad sister. Bad sister, not a bad spouse.
He's the one at fault.
No. You're right. You're right. I take it back. It's not Gabby. It's the ginger from Can't Hardly Wait. Now this might be recency bias. She's awful. She's awful. And then she acts like she don't want it, and then she fucks Seth Green anyway, and then she tries to break up with him, and then she fucks him again in the bathroom.
Really
they're together. They're together.
I mean, we're out of like spouse territory. We're into just
she's a partner
territory.
Well, all right. You know what? Preston Myers.
Yeah, I thought he would come up on someone's list. To be
he's a future horror show of a spouse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It doesn't get any better for Preston Myers at any point.
Yo, Preston Myers, dude, what's going on, man?
Let's see here. Christina Applegate in Hall Pass.
No. Oh, yeah. No. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about Hall Pass, and I think they all kind of like.
Jenna Fisher's a good spouse.
Jenna Fisher's a good spouse.
Yeah, Christina Applegate though.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Ooh, I've got a combo here. If you need some,
go for it.
Combination.
The couple from Assassins. The fighting couple.
Oh, the neighbors.
Yeah, the neighbors.
That's a good call. Yeah, that's a good call. Now, we didn't really get to know much about her, and I'll admit, I don't want this to come off the wrong way, but I think I'm gonna be a little worried that Todd Wolfhouse girl, his wife, in Beer Fest, is a bad spouse because Shiloh the Silo is always being thrown in your face, and she's done nothing to dispel those rumors. You know, she's done nothing to make him feel better about it. And let me tell you, he wasn't packing corn in that thing.
Are you guys done?
I've got two more.
What else you got?
I mean, look, I'm technically not a spouse, but I feel like he was becoming a spouse. Gordon Bombay. This drunk fuck.
I had that on the list
marrying
too.
that fuck?
Well,
I think
was going out.
the tutor.
He was going out with the kids. Yeah, he was going out with the kid's mom. Remember in the first one, or that's what you guys told me. I don't remember the first one.
Yeah.
And then the tutor, and then the Icelandic trainer.
Yeah, and
this dude's a bad spouse, man.
All right.
Okay, and so now let me rush through all the other ones that kind of are on my cutting room floor, right? Like I got through the main ones. John Travolta in Battlefield Earth.
What?
Coach John Travolta, he treats his wife like shit, and he's like, a female, like
You're
all
right,
that shit, right? Coach from Action Jackson, although like Sharon Stone was his woman, but like he treated her like shit, man. Ed Helms in The Goods, real douchebag. That's why your girl left you. Fred Claus lying incessantly to his girl and like 2 times behind her back. The main bye-bye man who suspected that his girl was cheating on him with his best friend.
Bye-bye man.
Sean Astin, bitch, in Encino Man.
Oh, God.
I'm not counting that as a spouse.
Earlier I said Daishiki, but also Ashtray. Who when someone was opening fire, he said, Daishiki, I'll call you, and then booked it. He ran so fast. That highest velocity in Cinephobe history, except for maybe Hurricane Smith. Hurricane Smith running away, maybe a little faster. Pete Bell in Blue Chips. He keeps ending up his wife plying her with alcohol
for sure,
and lying to her. Norm because he talks about like he's really in love with this girl, but she doesn't like him. She likes warriors or whatever. But then all he does is fucking incel behavior, whistling at bitches and shit like that. It's good, huh? Yeah. He said Emilio in D2. Paul Walker.
We don't know their culture.
Okay. Paul Walker in Timeline.
No, the girl in Timeline.
No, Paul Walker.
She's out there banging his dad.
But he was super jealous of her at every turn.
Because she's banging his dad.
I didn't think he was that bad.
And finally, Mystery Lion. So shocked that no one had. He's telling you, I'm an awful partner.
I thought that was going to be on your list. I thought that was going to be your number one. Completely upfront.
Bitch wife from Carbon Copy will never get.
I got one last one that I'm shocked no one mentioned. Because she was the bitch wife. Betty White. Hard Rain.
Oh, yeah. She was bad. Betty White
I like her,
bringing
though.
down the house also. Was also
But was she? I don't know if she was a wife. Yeah.
She wasn't a wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Keanu and Street Kings. Forgot about him.
Oh.
We don't know what he was like. I mean, we can assume
guess.
he was bad, but he probably got way worse post.
He's got the punctuation too.
But then he's going out with the nurse.
I forgot about that.
Think he's treating her
bad.
well?
No, he's bad. He's bad for sure. Make sure you send us your CT5 list.
My last one. This is a
you got
loophole.
one.
It barely qualifies as a Cinephobe movie. It's Larry the Cable Guy and Jingle All the Way too.
No
there
way.
You go. Now
Yeah,
that's
too much on me.
That's a great dad and a great husband.
dad.
Yeah.
Bad husband.
Try to
Bad
bring
husband.
Snow to his kid, man. Try to bring Chris to. Y'all just don't appreciate effort, but I see it. I see it, Larry.
At Talk Hoops, at Darth Amin, at Corn Puzzle, at Cinephobe Pod, at Count the Dings, at Larry the Cable Guy. Give us your CT5 lists for
Get her done.
worst spouse.
Next time we make love, you introduce me to Jade.